Bonjour tout le monde, bonjour. J'espère que vous allez tous très bien ce matin. Bon, aujourd'hui, quelle est la date aujourd'hui? On va commencer avec ça. We will start with this. Quelle est la date aujourd'hui? Aujourd'hui, c'est mardi, le 11 août 2020. Répétez après moi. You could say, quelle est la date aujourd'hui? What is the date today? And then you would respond by saying, aujourd'hui, c'est mardi, lundi, mardi, the second day of the week, mardi. Le 11 août 2020. Bon, très bien. Bienvenue au cours de la français communauté. Je m'appelle Léo et je suis votre prof de français aujourd'hui. Je suis tellement ravi de vous rencontrer, de vous voir ici. I'm very happy to meet you and see you here in my community French class. I hope that today's lesson will be very helpful and I hope that you enjoy it today. Now, today on the lesson, we have planned, we're going to do something very basic, but it's very important to master this because when you master it, you will be able to do so many more things in French. Now, so today what we're going to do is I'm going to review conjugations with the three types of verbs in French. And then I'm going to do, we're going to do some more exercises, a few exercises. I had to think there for a second. And then, yeah, so it's going to be a pretty interesting lesson today. It's going to be a lot of review, but it's necessary review because when I do exercises with verbs like rendre or verbs like finir, and you're not sure on how to conjugate them, it's very important. So to know how to conjugate them. So that way, if I keep going and going in lessons, when I get to the higher level French lessons, you will know how to do that with me. So, bon, on va commencer avec la leçon. Bon. My voice is a little, today it's a little foggy. I think like the allergies are very strong outside. Ah bon, premièrement, quel temps fait-il? Quel temps fait-il? What is the weather like today? Ah bah, il fait soleil, il fait chaud, il fait froid? Il fait froid ou non? Non, il ne peut pas froid. Il ne peut pas froid. No, not cold. Il fait gris? Non, il fait pas gris. Il pleut? Non, il peut pas. Il peut pas. Il peut pas. I cannot speak. Bon, on va commencer avec la lecture. C'est ça. Bon. Donc, dites-moi, tell me, what is the infinitive? What is an infinitive first before we start this whole thing? Do you know what an infinitive is? No, firstly, what is a verb? Tell me what a verb is. A verb is an action, correct. Like run, I speak, I play, or to speak, to play, to run, correct. The infinitive is when you have it in the most basic form. And the infinitive is to run or to speak or to play. And they do that the same way in French. Now, but it's a little different because we say to play, to run, to speak. They just say danser, courir, nager, stuff like that. So I'll show you going on. So in English, we're going to start right here in this box. In English, the infinitive is the most basic form of a verb. It is to plus the verb. So like to play, to call, to speak. Example, to run, to dance, to speak. Now, in French, the infinitive does not have the equivalent of the verb to in front of it. Rather, each verb has an ending. All infinitives end in one of three endings. So ER, IR, RE. Now these are called the stems because the stems change. Now these can change. The stems sometimes don't change, but sometimes they do. It depends on the verb. So the endings, they are ER, IR, and RE. So example, manger, finir, et vendre. Manger means to eat. Finir means to finish. Vendre means to sell. Bon. Now, we're going to do a few exercises here. It's important to start off with the language you know. That's what I believe. So here we go. So let's do exercise 1.6. Write the infinitive form of the following verbs in English. In English. So what is this is kind of funny, but what is the infinitive form of these in English? Why is this doing this? Okay. Run. What's the infinitive of run? To run. Very good. Talk. To talk. This is pretty easy, n'est-ce pas? To speak. Dance. Très bien. To sing. To work. Très bien. Now, I don't know how to. Okay, I'll do this. I was going to say, I don't know how to make it a highlight. Circle the forms that are in the infinitive form. We're going to keep going on these exercises. They're pretty quick, so I figure if I do a few, we can get going. Circle the forms that are in the infinitive form. Dansons. Is that in the infinitive? No. Vont. Is that in the infinitive? No. Remember, infinitives are the ER, IR, and RE endings. They're not conjugated. This is conjugated, this is conjugated. Is this the infinitive? No. What would the infinitive of this verb be? Say it in the comments if you would like. Choisir with an R at the end. Done. What about that one? No. Par. No. That would be ER. Entendez? No. That's an RE verb. Finis? No. That's IR. That'd be IR, but that's not there. Par? No. Danser? Oui. Entendre? Oui. Choisir? Oui. Et rendre. Très bien. Danser means to dance. Entendre means to hear, not to listen, to hear. Choisir means to choose. Et rendre means to give back. Now, let's do this exercise. Indicate to which of the 3 regular French conjugations the following infinitives correspond to. So remember, we have ER, IR, and RE verbs. The first verb right here, danser. Does that verb fall under the ER, IR, or RE category? Très bien. That falls under the ER because it's ER right here. Let's see if I can do that. Okay. I don't know why it's doing that. Sorry. Okay. The next one, grossir. Grossir means to gain weight. That flows into IR, right? It's not the ER, it's not IR. It's not, I'm sorry, RE. The next one, réussir. That falls into IR as well, because we have the IR at the end. The trick to know what conjugation these fall under is you have to look at the end of the verb. Vendre, RE. That means to sell. And then, sorry, I just got an email. Sorry. And then vendre means to sell. That's RE. Perdre. RE, that means to lose. Détendre. RE, that means to relax. Bon. Vocabulaire. Les verbes en IR. Chanter, danser, demander, donner, étudier, jouer, parler, penser, porter, rêver, et travailler. Now here are the meanings over here. They're pretty self-explanatory. When you get up to the the more advanced levels, not like advanced levels, but when you get to the exercises where these verbs come into play, you'll be able to know them like that. Now, how do we say to work in French? It's right here. Travailler, très bien. Everybody thinks when you're in your first years of studying French, everybody thinks that travailler means to travel. But how do we say travel in French? We kind of say this in English, like you'll see this like, I don't know, written on a postcard or on a cake sometimes. Voyage, voyager. It would say bon voyage. How do we say to dream? Rêver, très bien. Rêver. And then to play, jouer, très bien. Now, I'm going to look, actually, I'm not going to follow this. I'll follow the beginning of this, but then I'm going to give you the conjugations for all three verbs, the conjugation endings. So in order to speak and write properly, you must be able to conjugate a verb. That's the most important thing. Because like if you say something like, je nageons, they won't understand you because it means we swim. That doesn't make any sense. So you have to conjugate the verb correctly. You'd say je nage. You have to make sure it's conjugated correctly. And the process of conjugations is that the conjugating a verb is that you take the infinitive and you modify it according to the subject. So like I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they. That is the subject of the sentence. And what you do is you modify the verb to make it agree for the most part. And then if you have a noun, that has to agree as well. But I've covered that in another video. So, bon. So like I said before, there are three types of verbs. You have ER, IR, and RE. Now I'm going to give you the endings for these. You don't have to worry about this. I just want to give you these endings so you can have them and you can conjugate any verb. So we have je. I'm going to put these in parentheses. E. So this goes at the end. Tu. Es. Yeah, and so répétez. We have je, notre I, tu, IS, il, elle, on, I, nous, ONS, vous, EZ, il, elle, UNT. So there's a little song that I learned when I was, I don't know, 8, 7, I forget. But I'm also French Canadian by origin, so I kind of know French. But the song goes, EESEONS, EZENT, EESEONS, EZENT. See, you never thought you'd get a singing lesson today with my class. So yeah, that's a little song that helps you memorize the conjugations. And once you sing it, it'll never get out of your head. It's still in my head after, I don't know, 15, 16 years of studying French. Bon. Sorry. IR. So you'll see these conjugations in verbs like, I have to go this way. You'll see these conjugations in like verbs like finir, mourir, to die. But so we have the conjugation is. Tu. Yes. These go at the end of the verb. Yeah. T. S-O-N-S. I'm not going to do the subject. S-E-Z. Now there's another song that you're going to learn from me today. You're going to learn 3 songs today. This song is, I don't know the name of it, but it goes like, I forget. I think it's like the jumping bean song. I don't know what to call. I don't know what it's called. But anyway, the conjugations follow suite like this. You go IS, IS, IT, ISSONS, ISSEZ, ISSENT. So that's the trick to memorize conjugations in French with the IR verbs. Just remember the conjugations follow. Now RE, these ones are not as common, but you will see these verbs. So they're like rendre, vendre, can't think of a lot. They're not that common, but they are common. Rendre, vendre, entendre, stuff like that. So I won't put the subject pronouns here because I've had them going across. So we have, it goes S. These are very simple. S, nothing. So it's just rend, R-E-N-D. O-N-S, easy, E-N-T. Now, there's another song, like I promised, there's 3 songs that you'll learn. I just don't know the name of this song either, but it's catchy, obviously. So it goes S, S, nothing, O-N-S, easy, E-N-T. I don't know what it's called, but it just it helps. Like when you're like writing a verb like rendre and you can't remember, oh, so you remember the S, S, nothing, O-N-S, easy, E-N-T, that's the trick. Okay? So, bon, très bien. That was just a little trick to help you. So those are conjugations. Now let's run through 3 verbs together. I'm going to pick 3 random verbs. I'll do parler. Parler means to speak. This is in the, what form is this in? Parler? In the infinitive. Très bien. Je parle. Tu parles. Following my conjugations, we have right here. Follow this. Il parle. Nous parlons. Parler. Il parle. Très bien. Let's do an IR verb. Let's do finir. Je finis. Hop, sorry. Il finit. Nous, pardon. Finissons. Vous finissez. Bon, I kind of went to that a little quickly, but it goes, je finis, tu finis, il, elle finit, nous finissons, vous finissez, il, elle finissent. Très bien. And they kind of just flow like butter at the end, you know, you'll get the hang of it. The last verb I want to do is rendre. Well, let's do another one. Entendre. Is to hear. That's the infinitive. And then this one, it follows a vowel. This follows a vowel. So you put the apostrophe. So the j'entends. It's not je entends. See how that doesn't flow? You have to do j'entends. And this one follows that song I did before. S. S, S. S, S. Nothing. So that's just, you don't put anything after the conjugate, after the D. So it goes S, S, nothing. And it goes, no. Entendre. Now notice how I'm pronouncing these. Je parle, tu parles, il, elle parle. They sound the same, but just notice the spelling at the end, the S between these two. Then we have parlons, parler, parle. People pronounce it as parlement sometimes, normal like beginning French speakers, but it's actually parle, parle, very soft. Okay, sorry, someone's just yelling. We have finir. It goes, je finis, tu finis, il, elle finit. Just notice the alias, sayas, saiti. Then we have finissons, finissez, Il, elle finissent. Entendre. Let me see here. It goes entend, entend, entend. Notice it's no different. Entendons, entendez, il, elle entendent. Now the spelling is the only thing that changes. Bon. I just wanted to run through a few exercises with you because these are important. Firstly, what I did was I explained to you what is a conjugation, first of all, and what is an infinitive. And then I ran through some verbs. I talked to you about them in English, and then I talked to you about them in French. And I said, and we did an exercise about finding the infinitive. Where is the infinitive in a group of verbs? And then I also talked to you about conjugations, and we did a few exercises. I explained to you the 3 different types of verbs in French that are important. ER, IR, and RE verbs. And we conjugated 3 random verbs. And we went from there. So I know this lesson was kind of simple, if you want to say. It's very basic, but I believe it's very important to learn, to master this type of learning. Because when you get to higher level French classes, or you want to do more in French, you have to know how to conjugate verbs, because that's like the foundation to a language. It's not like in English where, like, you say, I play, you play, he, she plays. We play, you play, they play. But they don't really have a you play formal in English. But anyway, French is totally different. It goes, je joue, tu joues, il joue. Nous jouons, vous jouez, il joue. You'll get to my point where you can just go, you can just go on and on and on. But, and also when you get to different tenses, like the future, the simple, the future simple, that's in writing. You don't really see that spoken. You'll see all those tenses, and they have all different conjugations. Yeah, so conjugations are very important in French. And I just wanted to do a very simple, basic lesson about conjugations in the present form. In the present. Bon. So I hope that today's lesson was helpful, and I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you could like, comment, and share on this video, and as well as some of my other videos, and as well, sorry, so many things to say, as well as some of my colleagues' videos, that'd be greatly appreciated. If you can go check out our website, rolalang.com, that would be even better. Even better. Okay, so, and also one more thing, we have classes coming up. I mean, we have some classes coming up in September. Feel free to take a peek at those. They're on our website. And as always, you can check out our website for tons of resources and good stuff. So yeah, okay. So I hope that you guys will have a great day. J'espère que vous passerez une bonne journée aujourd'hui. And au revoir, à jeudi.